All right, week 3, Titans, Packers. The NFL preview is here. Will anybody pick the Titans? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say they get at least one because of the speculation surrounding Jordan Love playing or not playing. I'm going to say at least one person picks them, but
Tennessee Titans hope the third time is the charm, or third week in this case. Still no wins in 2024. They're at home taking on the visiting Green Bay Packers, who found a way to get in the win column sans Love.
He's got room. Josh Jacobs gallops free.
Run the ball.
Josh Jacobs has he is leading the league in yards right now through 2 weeks, and so the Titans are going to have an answer for him because he ran the ball very well against Indianapolis, and Indianapolis defense is not very good, but he ran the ball very well against them, and especially if it's Malik in there, they're going to lean heavily on him.
Well, make a few good pass plays, play hard-nosed defense. Some old Green Bay Packers head coach won a few games using that philosophy a while back, used it again last week for a win, could use it again this week, not facing a hot quarterback they are, and their secondary just came off a 3 INT game of Anthony Richardson.
Hopes and dreams.
It is tipped up there and intercepted.
Now Green Bay goes up against Will Levis. Rough week 1, then follows with a 2-turnover game, 1 INT, under 200 yards passing, sub-90 rate.
Deep shot on the way. Contested ball, but the Jets come away with it.
Levis still did.
That's just a shame, Traylon. I mean, the ball's a little underthrown. I know it wasn't a perfect ball, but I still say Traylon Burks could have put in a better effort to try to get that ball. I mean, bigger than those corners, had a good position to catch it, and got mossed.
Didn't have 100% healthy D-Hop, just 2 targets.
Oh, interesting you show that clip.
Come away with it.
Levis still didn't have
I don't know if you guys can see, but unbelievable that they would show this clip. The clear holding on Sauce Gardner.
100% healthy D-Hop, just 2 targets.
I mean, how? That's egregious that would not be called.
9-yard catch. His go-to has been Calvin Ridley. He scored twice, once on a run, once through the air, 77 yards receiving.
Ridley to the corner. Touchdown. The speed of Calvin Ridley.
If Hopkins isn't fully healthy, Ridley probably gets hit with Jair Alexander. He and the secondary held Michael Pittman to 21 yards on 7 targets.
Richardson goes outside to Pittman.
That was a drop by Michael Pittman. Interesting they would show that highlight because Michael Pittman just dropped pass.
And it was knocked out of there by Jair Alexander.
Look for Green Bay's pass rush to make a mark. Rashawn Gary, Preston Smith, Devontae Wyatt, among others. Wyatt with a sack last week. Levis dropped 7 times in 2 games. 4 times last week. Levis has faced pressure over 50% of his dropbacks. That is ridiculously high.
Very quickly across the face of Dylan Radins and right into the grill.
No quarterback in the NFL has been more pressured than Will Levis through 2 weeks, and I'm not taking responsibility away from him. I'm not saying that he deserves no blame. I think he's the first guy in line that deserves blame. But I will also add the offensive line. A couple of guys on the offensive line have been quite bad, and he's been the most pressured quarterback. When you have a quarterback who's struggling to find his way, having him under the most pressure of any quarterback in the league is not good.
Of Will Levis.
Levis did pick up 38 yards on the ground, just 4 carries too. Much more efficient than either of their running backs. Tony Pollard, 3.6 a carry versus the Jets. Tyjae Spears, 3.3. This is where Green Bay's defense was susceptible a week ago to runners. Allowed Ant to hit him for 9.3 a scamper. Jonathan Taylor, 8.6.
I love that we're trying to force these nicknames for Anthony Richardson. Ant.
A run on 12 carries, gave up a C note to him.
More good patience. Another first down run for Jonathan Taylor.
The run game led the way for Green Bay's offense last week, which was semi-expected. Josh Jacobs starred, 32 carries, $1.50, 4.7 a pop. He comes in feeling himself.
Josh Jacobs broke a tackle and turned nothing into a gain of 15.
And look at that. Titans defense he's squaring off with gave up 4.4 a run to Breece Hall, gave up 4.7 to Braylon Allen, both running backs.
Allen cuts it to the outside. He's gone. Touchdown, Jets.
Tennessee.
That's one thing I'll say for everything the Titans defense has done well. They caved in the second half of this game against the run, against the Jets. And they haven't gotten any turnovers.
He didn't have to worry about the quarterback taking off. They will this week. What are you talking about, Willis, you ask? Yes, Malik, he ran for 41 yards in his first Green Bay start, and they may not have passed a lot, but how about 12 for 14, 8.7 yards per attempt, a rating over 125, a touchdown, no picks.
That is just a great ball by Malik Willis, putting that out on his front shoulder.
Dontavian Wicks hauled in his TD catch. Romeo Doubs led the team with 62 yards.
Willis, his first downfield shot for Romeo Doubs. Went over the top and hauled it in.
Tennessee.
Malik's best ball of the day right there. And I'll tell you what, it's amazing. You have certain organizations that bring in guy after guy after guy after guy, and they can't figure out how to make it work. And then other organizations who can bring in anybody and get a passable performance from them for at least a week.
Secondary Willis faces didn't give up a lot of yards to Aaron Rodgers, only 176 and just 5.9 yards per attempt.
3rd and 2, and they take a big shot for naught.
They didn't pick him off, though. 2 touchdowns allowed, though both were to running backs. They kept New York's top wide receiver in check, 57 yards allowed to Garrett Wilson. Willis faces plenty of talent when it comes to Tennessee's pass rush. Harold Landry bagged Rodgers twice. He has 3 now for the year.
Sacked! Back at the 25, Landry again!
Green Bay Packers, all their storied history, are down to the Titans all-time 8-6. Let's go back to the Oilers days, 1983. First game of that season, a classic. Earl Campbell, 3 touchdowns, 123 yards. Lynn Dickey, 5 TD passes for the Packers. 41-38 Green Bay overtime win.
Hey, all right, with 3 people. Man, this is people that think Jordan Love's obviously not going to play. He's practicing today. Jordan Love is. I don't know if I buy that he's going to play just because I think that's such a risky injury to bring him back from too early. But we'll see. Wolf has the Packers winning 17-14. MJD has the Titans winning 17-14. Adam Rank, 2 weeks in a row. Rank takes the Titans. He takes the Titans 23-21. Grant taking the Packers 17-16. Brooks taking the Packers 25-21. Gordon taking the Packers 24-13. Jeremiah taking the Titans 20-19. Ed Holm taking the Packers 21-20. Shook takes the Packers 20-14. And Petra takes the Packers 17-13. Those are your score predictions from the experts. I mean, listen, it really, I don't know who's going to play quarterback for the Packers, but whoever it is, I mean, this is an important game for the Titans. You got to get this thing right. You got to get this thing right because you're at home. The fan base is already starting to get a little tired after these first 2 weeks. We need a dub. We need a dub. I don't care if it's Willis. I don't care if it's Love. We need a dub. It'd be a good song. I don't care if it's Willis. I don't care if it's Love. All I know is we need a dub. Tighten up, everybody.